following. Following others ruin people, much damnation on such following. Alas, such fruitless following, worthy of Abraham's wrath. What Rumi seemingly is trying to start the story with is about self-alienation of people facing the society. The things we do without knowing what they mean, without knowing what we talk about, the things we accept without knowing where they came from, and without questioning the reasons for them, only because these are what the society is telling us to do, and because they are transferred to us by the society. In mysticism, we do not have a problem with being in harmony with the society, but being in harmony with the society is very different than that of being a follower of it. Our minds should not be pursuing stories such as this. Well, when I get sick today, then I have to go see a doctor who would tell me to use a specific medicine, and I would take that medicine and I'll be cured. This is one way of discussing the issue, and we absolutely do not want to enter that discussion. The issue we talk about in mysticism are very specific. The way we follow things in which we do not know their true meanings. One of the best examples Rumi himself has used in a number of different places is a simple discussion about God. We are born in a society that, for example, believes in God, but when you ask the individual members of that society if they knew what that God was that they were talking about, they would fail to provide even the slightest explanation of the God they believed in. They have told that person something, which that person would be incapable of understanding it. Nevertheless, he has to accept it. Okay, fine, he accepts it. Until the end of his days, he wouldn't understand who God is. He might imagine some definition of God, such as someone similar to his father, to a king, to some people who are in power, and thinks of God as being another powerful being who likes some things and doesn't like some other things. Some things would anger him, upset him, remembers the times God was angry at him because he had done bad and punished him for it. And in other times where he did good deeds and where he pleased his God. But do we know anyone who talks about the God he has seen or has experienced? That is what the individual experience is about. When that person talks about the issue, he talks about something that has gone to the bottom of it and has experienced it. In our society, we always have some people who have been introduced to us by the society that are so-called saints. That they are the ones who are so-called in touch with God. They become saints to us. And us, without knowing the truth of the story, we also claim that such a man speaks to God on a daily basis. What is the reason for you to say this? Why, because everyone else is saying the same. Our story is our self-alienation while confronting groups and society facing crowd. As long as you stump on your individuality because of the many, when you turn your back on your own experiences, things that are so obvious to you and are visible to your eyes because others are saying that it is not so, and you continue doing it, then you cannot be a Sufi. Then you complain why you are unable to move a step forward when it comes to inner issues. Who won't get anywhere? Well, my dear, you are enslaved by what society has induced in you. You are praising and worshiping things that you do not know if they are right or wrong. When a Sufi is in a path of discovering land and people, afor va'anfos. He has passed a stage and has entered a realm of creed or principle, tariqat, meaning self of the self. The self of an individual is important. Just take into consideration that we have about 7 billion people in the world now. We have thousands upon thousands of common points with each other, but in each and every one of them, there is something that is called self or individuality. With all the similarities I have with the entire mankind, I have something that belongs to me and to me alone. No one else has my individuality. Tariqat is the time when you step up to discover, experience, and prosper your individual self. While in that path, you cannot follow, you cannot be a follower in that path. That individuality is yours, belongs to you, and no one else can have it after you pass. It is unique to you.